Hey, good morning, everybody. This is Brittany Jennings with the Seniors Blue Book, and this morning I am joined by Lori Wright of the Right Step to Senior Living. Good morning, Lori.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing great. It looks like you're outside enjoying the outdoors there at your farm.
I am at the farm. It's farm time, so I'm actually in the pasture.
With how many goats are around you?
21 goats.
21?
21.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
You could probably see some of them in the background there, but they like to be underneath mom. So, they rubbing their heads on, one's rubbing their head on my stomach, one's rubbing their head on my butt, and one's rubbing their head on my leg. So it's kind of hard to stand still. But
that's okay. We'll work with you. Whatever you need, whatever the goats need with their mommy is what's coming first. So,
and then there's two dogs out here. Sammy's a Great Pyrenees, and then Maddie Ann is somewhere sleeping, which is an Anatolian Shepherd.
And you were telling me before we went live, they are the guardian dogs, right? They watch after the goats.
They are. They're very protective of me and the goats. They patrol every night. I have the male. He kind of patrols the fence line, and the girl and Maddie Ann kind of stays with the girls. They have their jobs. They know what their jobs are. And the sun starts to go down, you'll see the male patrol the whole fence line.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's like clockwork. It's when the sun starts to go down, you'll see him go towards the fence, and he'll smell the whole fence line. So he will know if there's a predator, he'll know the smell. So that's what they do. That's their job. They're working dogs.
I was going to say, when the sun goes down, the badge goes on, and they're both security guards. I love it. Oh my gosh. Yep. Well, I'm coming out to the farm with you soon because I just have to come play with the goats. And of course, you know how much I love dogs. I mean, I have 4, you have 6. So, we'll bring them out. We'll have almost a dozen dogs out there.
I do. We have 4 that are in the yard, not in the pasture. And all but 3 are rescues. And the oldest one is not a rescue, and he's 14, going on 15, actually.
Wow.
So, yeah.
That's amazing. Well, thanks for letting us take a look into your life. I'm sure this is your nostalgia, your paradise,
this
what
is
you
my
love
paradise.
doing. That's awesome.
It is.
Tell us a little bit about your background in senior living and how you ended up introducing yourself as a new business owner here in the last year with the Right Step.
Well, 33 years ago, I decided to go to nursing school, and I figured out quickly that nursing was just not me. I wanted to take care of people, but I wanted to do it not in an invasive way, I guess you would say. But I love taking care of people. So I left when I worked at the hospital right after school, and then I went into home care, and I stayed in Medicare home care for 17 years. During that time, I educated myself in many different aspects because to me, I was the manager of a very large home health. And I needed to know every job there was that I managed. So I even took a CPT, class, diagnosis, coding class, so I can educate myself on, if somebody asks me a question, I want to be able to answer it. So I did that for 17 years. And then I sold myself into owning my own business from there. And I started a private care agency with the blessing of the 2 owners of the home health agency. They were tremendous supporters of mine and still are today. And so for 10 years, I owned my own private care, Precious Angels Home Care. And then I sold that going into its 10th year. And it's been almost 4 years now. And then I tried to dabble in a few different things. I tried to get out of healthcare and go into radio. And I talk too much, apparently. And I don't know how you do that on the radio, but that's, it's what they said. I just, wasn't made for radio. So I went back into home care, and, but then I found my way into assisted living. And after working in assisted living communities my whole career, I've always had a passion for that, because you get to know the people. You become a part of their lives. In private care, you do as well. But, I had employees that, did that. But in this, it was, you become part of them, and you are a part of their everyday life. And that, to me, was intriguing. So I educated myself again into the assisted living. I even took the core training so I could understand every role there was in, and then I loved what I was doing, but I also needed to do more, because I felt that not everybody that walked in that door was the right fit for that particular community, but it was my job to sell it. So I removed myself from that dilemma and opened myself up to having opportunities in multiple communities. So when someone comes to me, I'm able to help them, no matter if it's home care, because I understand the Medicare home care realm. I understand the private care, and I understand the assisted and the skilled realm. But when somebody comes to me, I could help them with whatever it was they needed, whether it be the nursing aspect of it, the budget part of it, whatever it was, I was there. If they wanted more outdoor space, less outdoor space, if it really didn't matter, if they wanted activities, I educated myself in the communities to know which one was going to be a best fit for those people. And so here I am today.
That's awesome. Your journey, I think it's important to share it, because you do have so much experience both in the in-home care section and assisted living. And so as you're working with clients, you do what's best for them. You're able to evaluate their situation for safety and truly be able to help them with the right resource.
Yes. My goal, my passion in life is taking care of people. So no matter how I do that, no matter how old I get, no matter how whatever happens in my life, I will always take care of people in some way. And that's what makes me who I am.
People and your goats out there.
Yeah, they love their mom, that's for sure.
So right now with the world and the new normal, what kind of changes have you seen? Like the phone calls you're getting, what are some of the different things that you've been assisting people with besides placement?
Well, back, I don't know, when the pandemic started, I was scared to even leave my property. And my husband asked me one day, he says, "Why are you so nervous?" And I said, "You know what? I have responsibilities. I have a farm that without me, there's nobody here to take care of them but you, and you have to work." So I was so scared to leave off the property for a long time, to even go to the grocery store. My first outing was I decided to do some care packages. And so I called multiple colleagues of mine and gathered enough for 50 bags, to make care packages for the elderly. I got some names from some physicians that some of their patients that knew that they were in need. And then I just went to different communities and dropped those packages off. And they were so grateful, not just for the care package, but to see someone at their door and protected at the same time. And so I met a lot of people, and I felt fulfilled when I was done, that I had done something besides hibernate on this piece of property because I was scared to leave. Some other things that I've done, I just want to stay busy. So there was a client that came to me from one of my referral sources, and he wasn't suitable for assisted living. I had to be the one, unfortunately, to tell him that, skilled was the place for him at this point in his life, because his son doesn't live here. So there was nobody to empty his apartment. There was nobody to sell his car for him. There was nobody to pay his bills for him. So I stepped up and I took care of everything. Today is the last of it with cleaning the apartment. So he is all situated, everything that all the savings, knickknacks, all that are wrapped up and put in storage. And, maybe getting ready to drive another one to Georgia because his family doesn't want to leave because they have small children. So wow,
that's amazing.
So that may be my next one is, driving him. But I've also stayed busy with some admissions. I've been very blessed. I have one today, I have one Monday, and I've had several throughout this whole time, being able to do some tours that the marketing directors have sent to me. Stop. Some photos.
Is one of your goats pushing on you?
They're trying to eat the phone and eat my shirt and everything else. So, I've been very blessed in what I do. As we were talking, prior to coming live, my world is right here. So I still want to take care of people, but I want to have enough time to take care of these guys too. And absolutely. So
it's all about balance.
And then I have my husband.
We don't have to get into that one.
Oh, he's wonderful. He was never around animals ever.
Wow.
And so now the barn is the first place he comes when he gets home. He has built all kinds of toys for them. If I even mention one thing that I need somewhere, it's done before I know it. He has been a great farm dad.
Farm dad. I like it. Well, Lori, just so people know that are watching, Lori's services as a client, there is no cost to you. If you pick up the phone and you need some resources, you need to look into senior living, there's no charge for you. Lori is compensated by the communities as a placement business. So I want to share that. And Lori, we might have, oh, there you are. As you're out there with the goats, the internet's like, I don't know. But Lori, share with us, what's the best contact phone number for you? And I'll make sure I add it to the post as well.
My cell phone number is 2, and that's the best way to get a hold of me. And, text message or phone, either one is best. And 863-452-7823. I believe my website is being worked on, but I know it's up, but I don't think there's really anything there yet. It's just not been one of the important things in my life. So, but it is, I think Shannon has it up and going and working on it, but
awesome. And even if you look up, I looked up, the Right Step to Senior Living this morning, and you have a website, of course, within our national website. So that pops up with all your information, how to contact you, all that good stuff too. So, Lori, again, we appreciate you taking us into your personal life. We love it so much. There was a question in the comments as we are live. Are any of them named Billy? Any of your goats named Billy?
Unfortunately not.
Out of 21.
They are all registered. Out of 21 goats, there's none called Billy. They're all registered with the American Dairy Goat Association. They're all show goats. So they all have their professional names and they all have their farm name.
I love it.
But none are called Billy.
Well, it's a consideration in the future. You have a fan it was actually Kim Storns who asked that question. So anyways, well, again, thank you so much. And I'll put all your information. I'll put all your information in the post so that, again, if people are watching and they're looking for a resource to reach out to right now, again, more than ever, people need people like Lori in their life to be able to give them all the options and explore that by their side. Reach out to Lori, Lori Wright with
one thing I wanted to add is I actually go from Punta Gorda, and I just did my second admission down in Bradenton. So, okay. You know, I live in Arcadia my whole entire life, unfortunately. But it's been good to me. And, but, you know, I do, my strongest area is Charlotte County. And, but Sarasota is probably getting as strong as Port Charlotte. But my whole career, I've been from Punta Gorda to Sarasota, Bradenton. So
good. Thanks for mentioning that.
And then I did 2 admissions down in Cape Coral.
Very cool. So you're basically all over the place. I love it.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day out with your 21 children, your 6 dogs, and then any other 4-legged or any other animals out there.
We have some barn cats, but they're hidden right now. They don't like people. So they heard a voice other than mine and they took off.
Well, like I said, I'll have to come over and then I'll make friends with all of the animals.
Sounds good.
All right, Lori. Well, thank you. And everybody for watching. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you soon. Have a great Wednesday.